keep me here. So thanks.
It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. I like, there are moments where I feel like the emotions I'm feeling are so powerful that it like is going to take a moment before I even finish processing and able to respond. So in real time, what I will tell you is I know that feeling of like, this saved me. And I know that I am experiencing it too right now. And I I'm so grateful, and I heard, I don't remember who told me this week, but somebody told me, um, to, oh, the exact quote was something, it was something along the lines of, channeling your love in the direction of your gratitude. And I have no idea who exactly. Again, I have no idea where this came from, but somebody spoke with me about channeling your love in the direction of your gratitude. In other words, where it's like, if your gratitude has come from, this sense of, family, escape, whatever it may be, um, you can be that for other people, you know, and I hear the love in your voice, and I think that you are going to be that person for a lot of people. So I'm really happy that like you are here. I'm just very happy that you are here.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate that.
Oh Jesus! Somebody's knocking on my window. Give me 1 second. Somebody take the floor. Wait, does somebody want to talk?
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Hello, everyone. Some of you
So
that
sorry.
know
I'm just
me,
letting my friend in right now. Like, yeah, somebody take the floor. Somebody tell.
no worries. Come one, come all. I want to thank everybody who's kind of gone before me and shared a bit of their stories tonight. It's been really moving, really touching, and really proud and happy to be part of a community that's so open about sharing those stories about themselves. They're very personal. We talked a lot about, I guess, the humanity behind. I think, I see a ton of creature profile pics that are in this space, but obviously there's a person behind that as well. So it's really refreshing just to see everyone share a little bit about themselves that maybe they wouldn't share. And on that note, I can kind of relate because I'm not, obviously I've just created this Twitter account. Like I don't find myself as a person who's feels comfortable speaking online or sharing my thoughts online, just like out of fear of ridicule or whatever. I just don't do it. But for some reason, since I've joined the creature community, it's really like opened me up to being a little bit more of myself online, and yeah, definitely part of being in the Discord as well. I know I've interacted with so many of you, and I'd love to get to know a lot more of you as well. But it's definitely been a place of positivity and of love, and if I ever found myself feeling down, I'll go there, whether it's out of habit or, it's just like a safe space in a sense where.
No, me too. I've literally been on there like talking about my personal life, asking for date advice. Like, I love this place.
Yeah, I know it's awesome. Yeah, and I think I can't remember. Maybe it was two speakers ago. Just said, I think a big part of that is kind of your personality, Danny, and kind of how you. Um, I don't know. It's kind of a weird trickle down situation where just by you leading the space and having that kind of demeanor about yourself, like so open, so kind, I feel like it translates to the rest of the community as well, and everyone maybe, um, you know, kind of sees that and maybe wants to incorporate in their own life, or you know, or they're just like that either way. So
It's so beautiful. It's amazing. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's just like I still feel like it's so amazing to see like how, while yeah, that may be how it started. Like I see everybody at the wheel now together, and it's like, and I feel really safe with that. Like I feel like if this were one vehicle, that I could take my hands off the wheel for a second and that it would move in a direction that I love, because I feel like we're all on the same page.
Yeah, and that's awesome. That's honestly a great. I do agree with you. I think that um, there's enough people that are in the community that are active and honestly stewards of kindness and embodying, I guess, what it means to be a creature, whatever that definition is. But yeah, I feel like the community is so open. And I'm not somebody who's I was in multiple discords, but never really talking to them. But here, it's kind of weird to build some relationships and get to know some people. It's been really transformative experience over the past like 3 weeks. But enough about yeah.
I just want to say for a second, this is the first moment where I've actually realized that that's crazy that we all convene in the Creature Discord to talk. Because, like, for me, it's like, yeah, it makes sense that I would be in the Creature Discord. But, like, this is the first moment where I'm realizing, like, damn, we're all actually in the Creature Discord every day.
Yeah, I know, it's true. It's definitely like a place I'm going to all day, every day, and I'm just like, there's so many funny personalities in there. Everyone's always, kind of no matter how your day was outside, in your real life, it's always a positive space in there that can
straight up. Oh, I love it. I love that. I'm sorry. I keep.
to be interacting with you as much as I am right now. I'm on a Twitter space with you. I can't believe that. It's crazy. But just I think someone else said it too. Like as soon as the first time I saw the creature, it really just spoke to them. And I don't know what it was about the art, but I was so drawn to it, and just like it's been crazy experience since then. So I'm happy to be on this journey with everyone else, even though the journey hasn't really started yet. So I'm super excited to see what comes out of it too.
Thank you. Dude, thank you so much. Do you want to share your most challenging and most fulfilling of the week?
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, just wanted to get that out of there first. But yeah, definitely. I mean, for the most part, I have to say I'm very thankful for kind of the situation I'm in right now. I don't have too much negativity going on in my life. But I'd spent kind of talked about this in the Discord. Whatever, I was driving across the country, leaving. I was on the West Coast, spending time out in the mountains, and really just felt so at peace. Life was so slow out there, and definitely feeling super anxious and on edge about driving back out east. I live in like Toronto, Ontario, so anyone else living out there in Toronto, say what up. But super anxious just about being back in the city and just like not time moves so much quicker over here. Like when you're in the mountains, you're at peace with everything going on. So part of that of just feeling like really anxious the whole time, knowing that there was a finality to leaving that peaceful place and coming back over here. So that was probably the biggest challenge I faced the last week. But obviously, it's a mental hurdle that you overcome. And like I said, my life is definitely, I'm not one to complain. So I'm back here now, but life is good. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Biggest triumph of the week. I'm not sure if I have I can't think of any super big victories, but definitely probably this right now. This is crazy. I didn't think that I would be speaking here or anything like that. So
I definitely
really just get to know everyone else a little bit further, and just love all those creatures out there. And if you don't have a creature and you're listening, this is your signal to go buy one. I'm so excited for the journey. And thank you for the poster, by the way. I was happy when I won Pictionary too. Maybe that was a triumph of the last week, if that was a week ago.
You got your poster in the mail?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. We're about to actually. Whoa, this is some alpha. We just mailed a bunch of posters to our fulfillment center, and they're all free. Ooh. But, God, I had something to say. Like, what? Oh yeah. So, like, if anybody missed the beginning of this conversation, like, the idea from this came from like this group therapy creative incubator that I attend that has really had a big impact on my life. And there were weeks where I would go in and we would get to like my high of the week, and I'll be like, my high is right now. Like, my high is just like feeling what everybody else is feeling, and feeling like a part of a family. Like, this is beautiful. Like, so I feel you, Quav. I see Lex Wickizer. What's up?
Yes, hello. First off, I just want to thank you for holding this space. I've been in a few spaces, and every space has been super positive, but I've never been in a conversation like this. So I just want to say thank you for making this happen. It's definitely changing a lot of perspectives that I've been having lately. And I appreciate everyone sharing their stories and being so open about their emotions and the things that they're going through. Um, so some of the challenges that I've been having, or I guess the most challenging thing that I've been going through this week, I have a lot of problems with, taking care of myself, that taking time for myself. I focus a lot on my work and trying to push more for myself. Like, I always want more for myself, and I never take a second to step back and just enjoy the moment. And you're talking about enjoying each moment earlier today. And it just had me thinking that I don't do that at all. I'm always thinking about the future. And that's something I really struggle with. Like, I never take the time for myself to do the things that I enjoy because I'm so focused on proving myself to other people. And I want other people in my family and my friends to be proud of me and what I'm doing. And sometimes it kind of takes over, and I don't get the chance to really just do nothing, you know?
I do know. I want to. I'm not taking any stage from you. I just wanted to quickly like chime in and say, "Whoa, sorry, I hear an echo of myself. Would you mute yourself for just 1 second? Or is it you? It's Squig. Oh, Squig. Squig, would you mute yourself for a second? So sorry, bro. Um, I I've long felt like and long realized like that the way we experience our lives, it's not just in what our actual actions are. It is from the place that our actions come from. And and on the note of like thinking so much about the future and not being in the present, I know I'm at a certain point I'm gonna be a broken record. But if you're living looking for this like one moment of this goal that's gonna come, just think for a second about like, well, what if I get there? Like, what's after that? Is the rest of life just the moment after that goal, or am I constantly going to be chasing? Like if that goal is not the end point, because life will go on after it, um, then am I ever actually going to achieve a goal? It's like, what am I looking for? I'm looking, probably, if I had to guess, to maybe to be happy, like a form of that. Then it's like, okay, well, you got this. It's like, you got this. But I'm gonna shut up because I want to hear the rest of what you're saying.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. I'm from this moment on, like, I really am going to try to keep that in mind. And there's so much great things happening in this very moment, and I seem to gloss over that because I'm always looking for that grand moment. And you're right, like, I don't, what will come after that? It could be nothing. And so I don't want that to be like the highlight of my life, and then everything from that moment be just like a downhill spiral. But to bring some positivity to the conversation, one of my highs of the week is really joining this community. I'm pretty new to the NFT community, and I've lived my whole life surrounding art, and that's been everything to me. Like, that really is it. So to be in these spaces and to be able to talk to other people, COVID's been happening for 2 years now, if not longer, and I have a lot of anxiety and social anxiety, and being in spaces like this that are really positive and so tight knit, like, I'm opening up so much more. I mean, like, never in my life would I have like, I never thought that I would be in a space like this talking in front of 300 people about the things that I struggle with, or just like talking in general about anything. So I'm really proud of myself that I'm taking risks and I'm opening up, and I just feel so welcome by this community, and it's just been really great. Like, this has really been the highlight of my year, just meeting all of these great people and being in a space that's so positive, and they talk so much about art, and everybody dies and lives for the things they create, and it's super inspiring. So thank you, and I thank you everybody who's in this chat right now. Like, it's changing a lot, trust me.
I just sent so many 100 emojis. Thank you so much, Lex. Like, everybody is so grateful to have you here.
Thank you. I'm grateful for all of you guys.
Hell yeah. I think Steve's S17A has been hand raised for so long. I'm so sorry.
All good, man. I have one of the creatures with the hands up, so I'm just
Hell yeah.
flexing up. Just wanted to say hello to the creature family, and man, I've been on the internet since I was 9, like actively, and I'm 30 now, and this is by far like the most, I don't know, impactful place I've ever been in terms of just connecting with people. You know, I think social media made it very easy to connect with people we're kind of familiar with in person, but there's just something really nice about this kind of external communication with a bunch of strangers that just feel very, very familiar in a way, and just uniting behind art or just any kind of common goal. So, you know, thank you for everyone who's participating and making this a place to be. This is great. Um, I'll go straight into the low and into the high, and for me, it's been more than a week. Mine's kind of tricky because I essentially got my dream job last year, on top of like buying the house, like this beautiful house in this place that I always never thought I'd see myself living, and I got married the year before. So I pretty much checked off every major box I ever wanted, and I was just like, wow, like this is it. I'm at apex right now. It's just only moving up from here. But I've come to find out a year later, it's been a tremendous uphill or downhill battle, really. Like, I've struggled with a ton of depressions, in insurmountable amounts of imposter syndrome, and to the point of just having very frequent suicidal thoughts, just because I'm one of those people too that put so much value into my work and my external validation, where I really wasn't fulfilled with anything that I was doing, and I just I didn't see what my value was, and despite having my wife with me every day, and her pushing me through, and me going to therapists, things just got worse. And I think a lot of it came from the isolation of COVID, and just the job itself. It ended up not being as dreamy as I thought. So I've been working up a lot of courage to kind of let that idea go and try to move on. But it wasn't until a month ago where I started looking at NFTs, and I somehow stumbled onto this project, and I don't know, I instantly resonated with the creatures, just something about like the simplicity, the shape, yet the welcomingness of it. I wanted to be there in this world that's being created, and I just started thinking deeper. I was like, I don't need this job. I don't need these external validation. And in a way, I looked inward for the first time in decades, and I saw the little kid I used to be, this creative, uh, almost unstoppable kid, and I just I gave myself a hug, like a really tight hug, and I just I saw what the value I was needing, and it was from me, and the things I liked about myself, and I think the creatures and everything about it really brought it out. So yeah, man, I'm quitting the job. I'm interviewing. I'm getting through these interviews. I'm creating. I've been on like this creative tear, and it just feels like I'm on fire and like in a good way. And and I think it wouldn't have been possible without this community. And um, yeah, I think it's important to hug yourself, like not just physically, but really like envision your old, most vulnerable self and just kind of go back in time and just say, hey, things can be okay. Like things not always work out. You know, you might get to where you always thought you would want to be, and maybe it's not what it is, but you know, you have yourself. You always have yourself, and people will have you when you have yourself. So yeah,
I saw it in my head right now when you said, imagine yourself at a lower point and imagine interacting with them and giving them a hug, and I saw it.
yeah, it's powerful. I did it in therapy, and I probably cried for a solid like 3 minutes, but it was like the most peaceful crying and healing crying I've had in a while, because it was feeling an open scar that I had from a childhood trauma. So yeah, thank you for the floor space, and thank you for promoting so much positivity and for everyone here, really.
Thank you so much for sharing. It really reminded me of at dinner tonight. I mean, I could barely call it dinner. It was a quick piece of pizza and a sparkling water. But I was talking to a creative that I admire and respect, um, and I was complaining about some things that were hard for me right now, um, and he said to me, uh, he was like, I wish I could remember his exact phrasing, but what he said to me is, he gave me that comparison of sorry, I just got a really funny notification. He gave me that comparison of, like, look at a bad point and then look at all that's happening, and remember that every time that you're feeling down, like, remember what happens when you prevail. And I started zeroing in on being like, no, but look at this thing on my plate right now. Like, whatever, the future may be amazing, but look at this thing on my plate right now that's bothering me and overwhelming me, and it has to be handled. And he was like, no, you are misinterpreting what I'm saying. I'm not talking about look at you being upset right now and look at what the future can be. And he was like, look at the last time we spoke and then look at right now. And I realized the last time we spoke, I hated being alive. And I was so scared of the world. And I was like, even in this moment of like, oh, look at this thing on my plate right now, I was like, yeah, look at this thing on my plate right now and look at how much how much less it is affecting me than being at a point where, like, I can't eat. Um, I really thank you so much for taking the floor. Thank you so much for